Social media gave everyone a voice. Wouldn't it be better if some people had laryngitis? It's the wisdom of Twitter. The most amazing tweets of the week. Twitter handles have been changed to protect the stupid. On Rock 107.
At has trouble in school tweets, why the F is there a 0 birthday candle? It's not like you turned 0 years old, dumbass. At trying to watch soccer asks, if the goalkeeper's allowed to pick up the ball, why doesn't he run across to the other goal? Hashtag dumb. And at insects are cool 94 tweets, do ants have penises?
The wisdom of Twitter.
Twitter user not an EMT asks, what do you do when someone is having Cadillac arrest? And at Missed Sex Ed tweets, just ate 3 condoms, now I'll never get pregnant.
The wisdom of Twitter.
Twitter user Ed Specialist 570 tweets, OMG, I think I have ADHD. I can't concentrate on nothing. And at Dimmest Bulb says, what? The twins are both having their birthdays on the same day? Freaky.
The wisdom of Twitter.
I, for one, would like to see more beatings for offenders of these laws. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Scranton is proposing new rules to promote fireworks safety and burn prevention. Yeah, apparently they're really concerned about people burning themselves while celebrating America's independence. I mean, talk about being a buzzkill, right? All right, look, I'm all for stricter laws and more enforcement. Not because I care about someone blowing their fingers off because they're too dense to drop the M80 or due to a bad fuse. No, I'm all for it because I'm sick of every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the Electric City having their own mini Kirby Park 4th of July celebration every friggin' night. I don't know what kind of safety measures they're proposing. Maybe they'll hand out oven mitts with fireworks purchases. Or how about maybe mandatory fireworks safety classes? All right, folks, this is a sparkler. It sparkles. Don't hold it too close to your face. And remember, the handle of the Roman candle is not a popsicle. Let's be honest. When it comes to fireworks, there's always that one guy who thinks he's like a pyrotechnics expert. You know the type, the self-proclaimed fireworks whisperer. He's the guy who says, hey, watch this. I'm going to set off 3 rockets at once. And then boom. It's like the grand finale before the show even starts. And it's not like fireworks are a new invention. They've been around for centuries. You'd think by now we'd have figured out the basic principles of lighting them without turning ourselves into crispy critters. But no, we still have these numbskulls who think they're pyrotechnic geniuses, but end up looking like a reject from a horror movie audition. You know the type, the guys who've watched one too many action movies and think they're John frickin' McCain. They strut around, with a box of fireworks, a lighter in one hand, and a beer in the other, thinking they're invincible. Watch this, bro, I'm gonna blow up the sky. Then boom, next thing you know, they're missing a few fingers and sporting a new nickname like Lefty. Look, I get it. Fireworks can be dangerous. Sometimes you just gotta let people make their own mistakes. Isn't that part of the American spirit? I'm all for Cletus paying the price of stupidity, but I need quiet. Like many of you, I got a job to go to in the morning. Plus, I'd like to walk to the car without having to circumnavigate a minefield of discarded bottle rocket remnants. But unless you're really concerned about safety, I say sit back and enjoy the show. The parade of the idiotic. Nothing I like better than an impromptu firework display in the alley to end because Billy Bob inadvertently set his garage on fire. So long as it's his garage and not someone else's. I mean, seriously, how stupid can you be? It's like natural selection on steroids. If you're too dumb to handle a sparkler without turning it into a human fireball, you probably shouldn't be playing with that crap in the first place. So Scranton, let's lighten up. Pun intended. We're all adults here. Well, most of us. And I guess we can't trust the people who use common sense when it comes to fireworks in Northeast PA. So what? Hey, that's what the Darwin Awards are for, right?
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
A tourist was caught carving his girlfriend's name into the Roman Colosseum. In his defense, he carved it right next to where someone had already carved Van Halen rules. There's a new Broadway musical about Britney Spears called Once Upon a One More Time. I would have gone with My Bare Lady. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, Joseph Baina, is starring in a new action flick. It's called The Accidentals.
It's 60 Minutes meets Gone in 60 Seconds. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107. Socially awkward and a little hot-headed, Prospector gets himself into a lot of weird situations and doesn't always handle himself well.
This guy is really a jerk.
Please help him learn from his mistakes. It's time for Am I a Jerk on Rock 107.
All right, am I a jerk? My wife Tara and I, we had dinner with two other couples at the house over the weekend. Now, she loves them, and I think they're okay. But I wasn't exactly excited to have dinner guests. So dinner was finished, and the six of us were chatting and sitting around for a little while, and I excused myself politely and walked away. I went to the basement, what I sheepishly call my man cave, and turned on the Bill Burr special, the latest Bill Burr stand-up special on Netflix. Well, about 20 minutes later, Tara comes down and says, I thought you were going to the bathroom. Instead, you're watching TV while our guests are upstairs? I'm like, hey, they're your friends. I didn't want them over. They're your guests. So I ask you, am I a jerk? Gerard on Facebook.com/AngryProspector says, yeah, you're a jerk on this one. She's your life partner. No matter the pain, you got to support her. What do you think, Rock 107?
You're not a jerk on that one. It's your house. You should be able to enjoy it.
Some would argue it's our house.
Stop that.
It's true, man. It's our house. It's not just mine. John says a jerk move, but totally something I would do, LOL. And Lee says happy wife, happy life, buddy. They might stink, but you got to keep the queen happy, so you're a jerk here. What do you think, Rock 107?
Hey, Prospector.
Hey.
You are definitely a jerk.
So, okay, I'm a jerk.
Do you want to know why you're a jerk?
Absolutely.
You should have been honest and said, hey, guys, been nice, been real, nice seeing you, but I'm heading down to my man cave now. And just be honest.
I should have just been up front and said, okay, I'm sick of you. I'll see you later. Tara says, yeah, but I'd probably do the same thing. So you're a jerk, but I'm with you. Jim says, not even close to being a jerk, but I wonder how much longer you'll be out on the couch. And Bobby says, I'd say you're not a jerk because I'd do the same thing, but maybe I'm just a jerk too. Maybe we're jerks together, Bobby. I don't know. Am I a jerk? Rock 107.
No, I don't think you're a jerk, man. I think it's funny as hell, but...
Well, all right, let me ask you this question. Would you do that?
I was just going to say I would do the exact same thing. If they weren't my friends, if we got along great, sure, I might stay up if I wanted to talk to them. But if they were her friends, I'd go right down and I'd watch some Bill Burr, too.
There you go. In the question today of am I a jerk for after dinner and after a little bit of chatting, excusing myself politely and sneaking downstairs to watch TV while my wife entertained her friends we had over, the answer is I am not a jerk. I'm as shocked as you.
There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A firefighter in Florida just adopted a baby that was left outside of his station back in January. Someone left her in the Safe Haven baby box, which a lot of fire departments now have, and he's the guy who found her. Her name's Zoe. She's 5 months old now. He and his wife have been trying to have kids for over a decade, so they're thrilled. He says he locked eyes with Zoe, and that was it. He loved her immediately.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Every day, I scour the World Wide Web looking for funny or interesting videos to put on our websites and clips to play for you here on the show. And when I find one that stands out above the rest, I declare it to be the winner of the internet. Now, this is a road rage video, which normally I wouldn't want to show, but it really doesn't turn into physical violence. And the best part about it is the stream of empty threats coming from the gray-haired older guy. He's got a beef with the cyclist about the share all traffic law, and the cyclist is recording it. Here are some of those threats.
Tough guy. You want to be a tough
Call
guy?
the cops.
You're not so tough right now, are
Call
you?
the cops.
You're not so tough, are you, small guy? You're a short
I'm following the
little guy.
law. You're not following the law.
You're a tiny little man. Think you're a
Vehicle
big
code.
shot. My name is your worst enemy. I'm your huckleberry, buddy. You short little hunk. You're lucky today,
Look at the
buddy.
law. I
You're
am.
lucky today.
What's your name?
My name is your worst enemy.
My favorite is probably, I'm your huckleberry. I don't even know what that means, but there it is, your winner of the internet for this Tuesday, June 27th, 2023.
To Prospector at rock107.com said, hey, Prospector, love the prank calls. I have a friend, Diana, and I would love for you to prank her. I got a couple of ideas. She was telling me some things about her, and she mentioned that Diana loves psychics. And I thought, well, there you go. That's the end. I'm going to call, and I'm going to give Diana the lamest psychic reading ever. It's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
Hello.
Hi, yeah, I'm calling from for Diana.
Oh, this is she.
Hi, this is Rick. I'm with Psychic Vision Network. Your friend Heather recommended you for a free 5-minute reading. I don't know. She said you were interested in that kind of thing. So, like you have your palm read and things like that. So maybe you'd be interested.
Yeah, for sure. I love that kind of stuff.
All right, cool. This is complimentary. I will let you know the first couple of minutes are free, and then anything after that's 20 cents a minute. So it's about $1 every 5 minutes after that. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Cool. Are you in an area where you can close your eyes?
I am.
All right, great. Close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes, and we'll exchange energy real quick. I need you to concentrate on my voice, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing you with one of your parents. You were really much more devoted to one parent than the other. Is that, not that you didn't love the other one, but one of your parents, you kind of related to that one more than the other?
That's true.
Yeah, would that be your mom, or was that your dad or your mom?
It was my mom.
It was your mom. Okay, that makes sense to me. And early on, when you were younger, you weren't sure what you wanted to be when you grew up. You didn't really have an early idea, like before you were in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm also seeing from your mom, she's telling me you had a lot of energy when you were a young child, like a baby. Like you like to go out and play. Just for a young child, you were really energetic.
Yeah.
And you loved sweets. Is that right?
That's right.
Now, did you have cousins?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you played with your cousins, is that right? Because that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, everybody plays with their cousins, for sure.
Well, not everybody, okay? Now, what is that? What do you do for a living?
Property manager.
Okay, see, that's something in real estate. That's what I was getting. That's what I thought. It looks like the energy that I'm getting from you is that sometimes you have disagreement with your boss, right?
Yes.
Okay, and when you go into meetings, you feel like sometimes they're a waste of time because nothing gets done, and you're not really into meetings. That's what I'm getting.
That's true.
Perfect. Okay, well, our free time is up. If you want to continue, it's 20 cents a minute, so I wanted to know if you'd be interested in that. I think we learned a lot already.
Well, we've learned a lot, but, I mean, it's like you told me a lot of general stuff that almost everybody would know.
What specifically do you mean, do you think everybody would know? I mean, I thought it was pretty specific to you.
Come on, really? Like, you had a lot of energy as a baby? Doesn't everybody have a lot of energy as a baby?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you're being awful general, I think.
Sweets, like liking sweets or not knowing what you were going to be before kindergarten. I mean, duh.
Well, it's not duh, it's psychic. That's my psychic ability. Not everybody can know that for sure. I could have been wrong, right?
Well, not really.
Look, I knew you were close to your mom. I mean, I think that I exposed a lot about you, and I've never met you before. So I
think another minute. Let's see what you could come up with.
Okay, another minute. Okay, you love to go on vacation,
well,
right?
Well, again, that's a general. Everybody loves to go on vacation.
Well, no, not every. I mean, some people are workaholics, right? See, I think you're being awfully picky. No. I answered specific questions.
Picky. How am I being awfully picky?
Yes.
Anybody can answer those questions. My dog, my 2-year-old child.
Your dog doesn't even talk. How about that? All right, that I know.
Yeah, he
okay,
actually does.
Yeah. Oh, does he? Oh,
yeah. He knows probably as much as you do, if not even more.
Oh, really? Really? Okay. Well, how would anybody?
Really.
So how would anybody know you like vacations, right? There are workaholics in this world.
I mean, who doesn't like vacation?
Workaholics. Wow.
Even workaholics
come on. I mean,
everybody likes vacation. And this is
I think you can't handle it. I think I could read you easily and you can't handle that. That's what's making you upset. And you're just going to
call like fake psychic readings.
I'm not a fake psychic. I know everything about you. All right. I know everything. Okay.
Absolutely
How about this?
not.
How about this? How about, I bet you've had your hair colored.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. You just can't handle the truth. That's the problem.
I couldn't handle the truth. It's just, this is
all right.
reading.
How about this? You know what I see in your future? I see a prank call. Did you see that coming?
No, I don't.
Well, it's going on right now. It's a Prospector prank call.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah, you're on Rock 107 right now.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not a psychic.
Oh, my gosh. I knew it. I was like, this is the dumbest psychic I have ever encountered.
Especially if you're an American, because we're already fighting bad reputations. There's footage of a guy who looks like he's in his 20s carving his girlfriend's name into the wall of the Colosseum in Rome. The Colosseum, which was built over 2,000 years ago. He's writing on a brick like it's a tree in the backyard. Yeah, the person filming him confronts him, but the vandal just smiles and goes back to carving. His girlfriend, Haley, apparently is there with him, but she doesn't seem to have any reaction. The guy who filmed it said he reported it to staff and they called police, but he did note that they didn't seem overly upset about it for some reason. There's no word on who the guy is. Of course, some people are speculating that he's American, but there's no proof of that. People have been arrested in the past for defacing historical artifacts in Rome, including the Colosseum.
Nominee number 2.
Have you heard about the trouble FedEx is in with the odometers on their old delivery trucks? It's like that scene in Ferris Bueller where they try to roll back the miles on the dad's Ferrari, except this is a much bigger deal. A new lawsuit accuses them of rolling back odometers on thousands of old delivery trucks, then selling them for way more than they were worth. They used to scrap their trucks when they hit around 350,000 miles, but the lawsuit says that around 2011, they created a new revenue stream and started selling them. They'd send them to auctions where people would buy them and turn them into things like food trucks. But they're accused of subtracting a ton of mileage first. A commercial truck dealer in Nevada says he found out about it after he sold an old FedEx truck in 2017. The odometer said it had 180,000 miles on it, but when the seller hooked it up to a computer, it actually had over 400,000 miles on it. A bunch of food truck owners are now suing FedEx and a company they work with called Holman Automotive. If what they're accused of is true, it could be the largest odometer fraud scheme in the history of the United States.
And the winner is
the tourist who was caught carving his girlfriend's name into Rome's Colosseum. Now you're a jerk for eternity, and you're the Yam Bag of the Day. And we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings, right here on Rock 107.
Time Cuts Podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.